Discover the magic of transformation, where you can rejuvenate worn, mismatched, or outdated furniture easily and affordably. In just a few easy steps, you can beautifully restore pieces of furniture to proudly display and use around your home for years to come. Let's get started with your simple transformation. The Furniture Transformations kit includes deglosser, bond coat, decorative glaze, protective top coat, decorative glazing cloths, scrub pads, stir sticks. Before getting started, you'll also need to gather the following tools and materials. Please refer to the instruction sheet for a complete project checklist, tips, and more. Measure your piece of furniture prior to starting. If the measurements exceed the coverage on your kit package, you'll need to purchase an additional kit. Find a dirt and dust-free location such as a garage to complete your project. Sketch a layout of the object, numbering all doors and drawers, then label each accordingly. First, remove the hardware from each door or drawer and place each in an assigned cup or bag. Afterward, remove each door or drawer. If coating doors or drawers, we suggest creating a work table and covering it with a tarp. When you're ready to begin, put on gloves, then liberally apply the deglosser onto the scrub pad included in the kit and thoroughly scour the entire surface to remove all dirt and grease. Next, wipe down the surface with a damp cloth and then wipe with a dry, lint-free rag to finish. If you see soapy residue, continue to wipe with a damp rag, and then a dry rag again until the residue is gone and the furniture is dry. Allow the surface to dry 1 hour before applying the bond coat. If you are coating unfinished wood, it's recommended to use a water-based primer such as Zinsser Bullseye 123 before applying the bond coat. Before you begin, wipe the surface one last time using a dry, lint-free cloth to remove any residue left from the deglosser. Using a 2-inch synthetic brush, apply the bond coat in the direction of the grain. To ensure the best results, apply in even coats, avoiding drips and runs. It will take approximately 2 to 3 hours for the bond coat to dry completely. After the first has dried, apply a second coat. When the second coat is dry in 2 to 3 hours, you may apply the decorative glaze. Applying the decorative glaze is optional, but will give your furniture a handcrafted antique look. There are several glazing techniques available. Here, we will walk through the most common technique, the traditional glazing technique. Apply the decorative glaze to the surface working in manageable sections. Next, gather 2 pieces of decorative glazing cloth and wipe the decorative glaze from the surface with varying pressure, depending on the amount of decorative glaze you want to leave behind. Always wipe in the direction of the grain. For best results, rotate and refold the cloth often. Once you've created a desired look and the decorative glaze has dried for 8 hours, use the glaze section as a guide for color, texture, and style for the rest of your furniture piece.
For frequently asked questions and other inspiration, visit Rust-Oleum-Transformations.ca.
Once the decorative glaze is completely dry, you can move on to the final step, applying the protective top coat. Be aware that the top coat dries quickly. For best results, avoid rebrushing previously coated areas that have started to dry. To apply the top coat, put on gloves and use a 2-inch synthetic brush to apply an even layer of the top coat to the entire surface. For dresser drawers, use the same method you did for the bond coat by following the direction of the grain. Once the protective top coat has dried, carefully inspect the surface and touch up light areas where more top coat is needed. Allow the surface to dry for 12 hours. Afterwards, you can reinstall hardware and replace drawers and doors. Allow the furniture to dry for a full 24 hours prior to returning to full use. Congratulations! Now you can enjoy the fresh new look of your furniture. Furniture Transformations is also great for bathroom vanities, tables and chairs, armoires, end tables, desks, bookshelves, and much more.